My name is Andy Turner, and I'm a professor of biology and geosciences at Clarion University. My research is in stream ecology and environmental science. Most of the classes that I teach are ecology classes, but more generally I teach my students about science and technology. In building an airplane like this, there's a lot of science and technology involved, and I think that one of my motivations for building the airplane was actually to challenge myself. In building an airplane, I did have to learn a lot of new skills. I built things my entire life, but still I had to learn the metal building skills. I had to learn advanced electronics. There's a whole computer system that goes through the plane, and so a lot of learning of new technology, current technology there. And it's very humbling to learn new things. In order to be a good teacher, you have to be an engaged learner. That is so important to being able to empathize with your students and understand what they're going through. As an environmental scientist, it's really useful for me to see the ecosystems that I teach about from above, that perspective. I use a lot of photographs in my teaching that I've taken from the plane. This airplane is licensed by the FAA as an EAB, Experimental Amateur Built Airplane. Because it is an experimental aircraft, it does receive a final inspection, but the onus for the safety of the airplane is on the builder and not on the FAA. 6.5 years of work, probably about 4,000 hours of labor invested, and I think a labor of love is a good term. I love to build things, and the things that I like to build are sometimes physical creations, and sometimes with my work I write papers, you know, that's building something too. But I guess that I'm not really satisfied unless I'm involved in the creative process. We've literally flown to the four corners of the country, and I teach in my courses about ecosystems, about landscapes. I'm fortunate that I've actually seen those landscapes. I've seen them from a perspective that's very valuable for someone who wants to teach about the big picture. My kids grew up with an airplane in the garage, and they grew up flying places. Before we had this airplane, we had a Cessna that we flew the kids to California and back, and so they don't know any better. They think that all kids fly across the country in airplanes. I've had my pilot's license for about 30 years, but of course you never stop learning. And one of the things that I like about flying is that you're always a student. It keeps you humble. Just when you think you might know it all, you make a mistake and find out that you don't know it all. It's a great challenge. There's always room to improve, room to grow.